Hey Raiders, welcome back to the channel. It's Jerry Gaming. Everything great? Today, take two. Actually, this is actually take three of my Night Revenant Dragon Run sort of comps. I apologise for the poor audio quality of the last few videos. This is my son's microphone that we bought him a couple of years back because he wanted to do some streaming, become a content creator. And I also decided to do that a couple of years later. Pinched it because it's been in his drawer for 2 years, and clearly it's just not the best quality. So there we go, that's probably why. So I'm going to invest in a good quality microphone and eventually then a decent camera, and then fingers crossed I can make some top quality videos for you all. So anyway, back to this. We are at Dragon 25. If you guys are lucky enough to have these champions, then you're probably already running this team. Tomb Lord, you can get him from the token trader. If you have enough, if you've got dupes and you haven't got him, then I would say he's definitely one to go for. He's perfect for Dragon. You can make him super tanky. All these guys, Theodore, also just made for Dragon. All the poisons, these guys just incredible for Dragon. And also got these two in there just for a bit of food farming, just level them up as we go along. 1 minute 27, very viable. Calvalax, incredible because he just sticks those poisons out. Theodore, poison sensitivity, pops the poisons. Tomb Lord, he's got turn meter control, he's got even more poisons, and he hits pretty hard. So if you've got these three, as I say, or even if you've got two of these three, if you've got these two, you can already solo Dragon, so you don't need to worry about it. If you don't have these guys, if you haven't got any poisoners, then I would highly recommend that we run, or that you run, something like this. Let's can that and go to recently used. Oh, excuse me. Right. I would say, and I'm just trying to think how long ago I actually ran this. I think it must have been this morning. Yeah, here we go. So, I would personally, hopefully you've got these champs. Doom Priest gives us increased attack, gives us cleanse, and gives us some healing. Talicia gives us decreased defense, she gives us some area attacks, and she gives us some hex. And we have Whisper, she hits extremely hard. If you've got some really good artifacts, she can hit very hard. She's fantastic in Hydra, and she's actually pretty darn good here too. And Thea, is it Thea the Tomb Angel, is that what her name is? She nukes and her power increases for every hex that's out there. So if we can get it all sort of tuned, which is probably won't be because I've literally just chucked them all together, then you can get Talicia to set up the hexes and Thea will nuke, and it goes up to like 300% or something stupid. And who else did I put in? Oh yeah, the other champ is kind of, I think this fifth slot really kind of boils down to how well you can set these guys up. Now, if you bear with me, guys, sorry, because they are actually in the reserve in the vault. Let's fish them out. Now, I was using available. Maybe not available. Why are they not showing up? I was using Rector. There she is. I was using Rector because the Hoardings that you come across hit very hard, and they hit Whisper because she is not very tanky, and Rector will put out Perfect Vow, and she also, which is good protection, she can heal and she can revive. So if Whisper or Talicia who will be targeted. If they drop, then she will bring them back to life. Now, the runs aren't super fast. So she's there. Sorry, guys. Let me just put her in. The runs aren't super quick. They're like sort of 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes. So it's not a speed run by any means. But yeah. Oh, hello. Someone just beat me. Someone just overtook me. But it's not. It hasn't failed. It hasn't failed at all. So we go. Look. So she's got this little passive run to the Val, increases resistance and buffs and bits and bobs. Spirit form, which is the perfect Val, and also does turn it by 60%, which is pretty big. It's a pretty big boost. Heals allies and continuous heal buffs, and then has a chance to do decrease attack, which is fine when you get to the dragon. It's always good to put decrease attack on because then you can survive the slaps. Thea, she does perfect Val on herself for 3 turns, then gets an extra turn. Doesn't reach, it's not really needed, but this is kind of cool. Has 50% chance of putting a true fear debuff on all enemies for a turn when an enemy loses 30% or more of their max HP in a single hit. So if you can get like Whisper, and she does this one, where is it? Or maybe it's Talicia. I think maybe Talicia. One of them. I was saying that it's probably even Thea herself. Anyone that basically smacks, then they get feared as well. So that's pretty cool. And there you go, look, damage increases 50% for each hex debuff on them, stacks up to 300%. I've kind of made a, I mean, you could definitely do better than this. As I say, I just kind of chucked her in some gear. The attack's pretty decent, but we could probably definitely do with a bit more crit damage on there. But it kind of does the job. So what I want to do, as I'm here now and I've got them in a team, I'm just going to put the opener, so that's going to be that. So I'm going to put that as the opener, and I want Talicia. I want to make sure that she does that as her opener. Attacking enemies under decreased defense. Yeah, so make sure that she always does this as her main attack. This one here. Because we want to get that down. Even against Dragon, we want that on. Whisper gives us a nice weaken. So on round 3, I want that to be opener to try and get that on the Dragon. Because then we also get a... which one is it? One of them increases the... I think, yeah, Talicia. She increases the duration of debuffs. So... that's kind of cool. So I'll make sure. What's her speed? She's 216. So she's faster than Whisper. That's fine. I should do that afterwards. Now with regards to nuking those waves, you need Talicia. Get that out first. She's 216. Thea is a little bit slower, so that's okay. So she'll then start with that as an opener. But she should get around once Rector does her little buff, which is to increase the turn meter. I'm going to make sure she does that. I think she does anyway. I think that's her kind of main move. So that's fine. So she'll get the turn meter increase. Thea can then do the, not that one. Hex Reaper attacks everyone. But again, I just got to make sure. It's fine. It should all work out. Should all work out. Again, opener. Just want to make sure that we can try and get around to these moves. I'm not worried about changing what she does, just as long as Talicia does that. Don't need to make that opener, do I? Okay, right. Let's give this a quick go, shall we? And see what happens. Fingers crossed, audio's working okay. Fingers crossed, the video's working okay. I don't want to have to record this for a 4th time. As fun as it is. Okay, perfect valves up. Decrease defense is down. We've got a couple of hexes up. So that, okay, and then there we go. So that has quite a nice smack actually. The two tanky players, which would be Apothecary and why do I always forget that guy? He used to be proper old school champ. The elf with the defense based champ. He is very tanky. Okay, so back here. What can we do? What can we do? So she puts out a smack, couple of hexes are there. Need some increased defense, please, Doom Priest. Increased attack, I mean. Okay, that's the slap. See, without the hexes, it didn't do too much damage. So this is the issue now. That Whisper's going to get targeted, which is exactly why we brought Rector. So you can heal, but the other Hoarding is going to take her out. There we go. It's fine. That was inevitable. Without some sort of proper speed tuning, some proper gear, that's definitely going to happen all the time. Which it kind of slows the run down a bit, but that's fine. We get one down. She hits so hard, though. She hits really hard. She gets all these extra turns. Because she's in Relentless. So she's in Relentless, and she gets a 20% chance to have an extra go. So she is going to go, okay, we're not doing too bad so far. 1.5 minutes to the dragon. She's veiled. Puts out a smack. Hex is on the dragon. Weakens on the dragon. Defense on the dragon. Perfect. Now we just got to try and get some smacks. Like, we just need Whisper to go about 4 times. Look at Rector. She does some work. Right, there's one. Nice. And again. Nice. And again. And again. Go on. Nah. It was 4, wasn't it? That was 4 goes, actually. That's what Whisper's so cool. In Relentless, she is really good. Really good. Right. This is why we bring Doom Priest. She's going to take those buffs off. Well, one of each anyway. Lovely. So yeah, it's not the fastest run. I wouldn't mind trying it with Faceless actually, just to see how hard he hits, but I think in the scheme of things, I think Whisper's probably still the better choice over the sort of single smack than Faceless. Yeah, so we're probably pushing roughly 4 minutes, which is kind of slow. I agree. You might be able to get this done faster if you can gear them up a bit better. Yeah, you could definitely get a faster run. I mean the oh, what's it called? The why did my brain? So I've been to the gym this afternoon as well, and I'm a bit lightheaded. But the blessing. Total brain dead. There we go. Right, so what was that? That was pretty. Do you know what? That weren't too bad. 3.5 minutes. Not too bad. Rubbish bit of gear. The blessing we are using is. Wowzers. Right, here we go. Of course it is. Brimstone. My days. It's on the tip of my tongue. Brimstone. That's always handy to have on the dragon as well, because he doesn't cleanse. On the hard dragon he does, but I think no, he doesn't. No. Right. Anyway. So that's the run. That's the run, guys. Now, champs, you could switch out Rector for. I found Hedgie works pretty well because of his lockout. I've got a Nuke Hedgie in stun set, and he does do some very good work. The Sulf, the Grim, does some good work as well. If everyone's under debuffs, he does like a couple of extra hits, and he can nuke pretty well. Especially if you've got the decreased defense on there and some weakens out there, he will smack. Whirling. I mean, he could help out with some support and a bit of control, but I don't think that would speed the run up at all. Your Shemnath could help out with the waves with a bit of nuking if you've got her. Mother Cybele is a great choice with the decreased speed, increased speed, revive on death, the block damage, the heal. You know, she's such an underrated champ. She's so good. I I mean, Fortus. I mean, with the fears that Thea puts out, it could be a duo, but I mean, is anyone going to actually bother to build him up just to see? Probably not. It's a shame. He needs to get another buff. Solus, I mean, he increases. He could help with the nuke because he obviously every time they get a debuff, his nuke increases. So that could be viable if you've got him. I don't know if Gaius's bombs. I don't think I've got him set up actually. No, I don't. Oh, his attack's there, but nothing else. I mean, it could be. It could work. But he's not like Nishak where he gets a second go to then decrease the bombs. I mean, that's the thing. As I say, Hedgie. We love a Hedgie. Could walk in tomb. I mean, HP burn. It's just slow. It's going to chip away. It's not going to do much. If you've got Skull Crown and Sinacia, you could have them as your pair of nukers. Sepulture will help with damage mitigation. So those hoardings that are hitting, she could potentially take the hit or deflect the hit faceless. He can help with his smack. You'd be able to single target, but again, I don't know what it's going to be like on the dragon. Miscreant Monster would be kind of cool. He's got his stuns and Ally Protect, so he could be your support champ instead of someone else. But ideally, having a reviver there just in case. What about old Nama? What does she do? Okay, so she increases the duration of debuff, so that'd be kind of cool against the dragon itself. Once you get the buffs on, the debuffs on there, decreased attack, but some poisons. Certain chance placing 3 poisons, poison sensitivity. So, I mean, she could be kind of cool if you can get her to the dragon. What's this new bird do? Shima. She does poisons as well. Weaken. Yeah, so again, that's kind of cool. Anyone with poison, anyone with poisons, weaken, any sort of those sort of debuffs will be very good for the dragon. What about Faranox? Decreased attack. Nah. Nope. What about this weird one? Hiresh. Weaken. Extra turn. Nah. By Stophus. I mean, that's could be all right against the waves. Just means I've got the Rayon fingers. Their A1s still hit really hard. Grave Dirt. I mean, he needs looking at as well. He needs a bit of a buff. Well, a bit more than a bit of a buff, but he needs a buff, right? I mean, all right, there is plenty of choice to go for. But you're going to kind of need, ideally Thea. If you've been doing your Doom Tower, hopefully you've got Thea. If you've been pulling some Voids, you'll have Whisper. Talicia, again, Ancients, you can get it from that. You might even get it this weekend on the ×2. Same for Doom Priest. Yeah, again, I think Sinestro and Skull Crown could be very good together, actually, especially for the waves. When Talicia gets out that decreased defense, they could be getting some good hits in. Yeah, as I say, Hedgie's great. Solve as well. I've got a +4. He does hit really well, and he's got Provoke, he's got Leech, Ally Protect, that sort of stuff. So he's again another underrated champ. 2 underrated champs, both in Night Revs. There we go. If you haven't got Theodore, sorry guys, you're gonna have to kind of get with this. There's no enemy max HP champs, which is a shame. So we can't even smack the dragon. It's not like we've got Royal Guards or Septimus or Chrysias, anything like that. So you're kind of relying on people that hit hard and often, and that is Whisper. That's probably why she's a very good choice. Right, there we go, guys. That is the 3rd time I've recorded this. Hopefully you're going to get something out of it. Hopefully you're going to be able to get through this event. I mean, I thought there'd be a void at the top with some other bits, but it's only an ancient anyway, so much for their amazing rewards as was advertised. But still, you know, 1800 points, it's not that much. Dragon's the best one to farm anyway, really. So it's a shame it's kind of during the fusion, which means you're going to be using resources here rather than elsewhere. So don't go too mad. Just if you can, get to, let's have a look, where are we? On the 2 spot. Well, this guy doesn't know who he's messing with. Win incredible rewards. Well, I mean, incredible. I mean, bang average rewards. Right, Gramguard, you're going to get your, you're going to drop back down in a minute. They can't even put, I mean, if they even just put a friggin' legendary set up there, just make it worth it. But that should have been a void. That's annoying. But I guess maybe because there's a ×2 this weekend, they've done it as an ancient. But even then, that should be like a ×3. I mean, the energy and time and aggro you put in, that should be an epic book. That should be 3 shards. That should be at least 10 of the golden essence. Bit of a rip-off, really. Anyway, guys, that is that. Hope you got something out of it. Hopefully the audio's been okay. I will go for it in a minute and check. And if it's busted, then I'm going to cry. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Once again, appreciate your support. And I'll catch you on the next one.